When it comes to manifestation, 99% of people will find it harder for them to achieve their desires. But if you want to be in the 1% who will be able to manifest their desires easily, then stay with me till the end of this video. After creating content around manifestation for a long time and learning about manifestation, I have some clarity that will help you manifest your desires easily. When sitting alone, I received an insight that I am going to share with you in this video. I assure you, once you grasp this, a new spark will arise in your life. All you need is a shift in perspective. Many people are able to manifest their desires daily. They do this by affirming, visualizing, or using other techniques. But mainly, they use affirming or visualizing techniques. When they watch some videos, they get the advice to repeat their affirmations or visual scenes in order to manifest their desire. This piece of advice is accurate from the perspective of the advice giver. But the majority of the receivers of this advice misinterpret it and make manifestation a hard process for them. Looking at this advice from a different perspective is all you need. This one shift in perspective will change the whole game for you. It will make you the 1% that manifests their desires effortlessly. So, just focus and try to grasp what I am saying. Whenever someone tells you that you have to affirm 10,000 times or visualize every day multiple times, the majority of you go on without understanding why the advice giver is telling you this. Why is it? Some people follow this advice blindly. This gives some results, but others fail. They fail and think that something is not right with them. They are unable to manifest it. Well, manifestation is about having your desire, not wanting it, not trying to get it. It is about claiming it and having it. That's it. But when you hear the advice of affirming, the majority of you during this process start believing that manifesting is a process of trying. Your mind starts wondering that you have to try these affirmations 10,000 times before you will be able to receive them. Instead of claiming something as theirs, people are busy trying to get what they desire. This is the main cause of failure. Manifesting is not a trying process. When you follow the advice blindly, you might be able to achieve your desire once, but then you might face some failure. Neville Goddard has always told you that you get your desire by having it. It is not about doing something X number of times, and then only you will get it. It is not about, you have to do a technique, and then you will get it. It is not like that. If you visualize something, if you picture it in your mind's eye, if you feel it inside of you even for once, then it is done. You have manifested your desire. It is finding ways to reach you from that point onwards. You don't have to do anything else in order to get it. It is that simple. You have manifested it. It will reflect on your 3D reality. Some of you will be shocked and wonder, if it is that simple, then why do people say to affirm or visualize it X number of times? Well, this advice is given because our minds tend to make things harder than they really are. Our mind presents us with negative thoughts. Our mind presents us with negative scenarios. To combat this, the advice of repeating it is given. But this advice is not limited to combating negative scenarios. It has much more relevance. Many people stop with this explanation and still fail because somewhere in their journey they get back to thinking that I have to visualize first for X number of times and then only I will get what I want. They fail to realize that visualizing and affirming are ways to experience their desires here and now. It is about experiencing something that you desire. Focus on the term experiencing. Once you grasp this, you will start to walk on the path of least resistance. When you experience something in your mind's eye, then you have manifested it. You did it. The repetition of these techniques is done in order to remind you that you already have it. Hear me out. Focus on the word remind. The repetitions are a reminder to you that you already have your desires. Only when someone shifts their earlier perspective about the repetitions of affirmations and visualizations, then manifestation becomes a walk in the park for them. I am sure the majority of you have never thought about the repetition of affirmations. I am sure you always thought that if I repeat this affirmation or this visual scene, then I would get my manifestation. No one thought that repetition is the way of reminding yourself that you already have your desire. You already have your desires. You are not trying to get it. You can never try to get something that you already have. You are just remembering that you already have it. Always remember that if you can see yourself having your desire in your mind's eye, then you have it, and it will manifest. Your 3D or external reality doesn't matter because it keeps on changing. Change is the only constant. Whatever you are seeing right now is the old news. The new news is what you saw in your mind's eye. So, the shift in perspective that I was talking about in the initial parts of this video is just that you have to remind yourself of having your desire. You doing your affirmations and visual scenes is just a reminder that you have manifested your desires. You experience your desire by visualizing it. Then repeat that scene in order to remind yourself. When you grasp this concept, the tables will turn. You will know that you don't need to burden yourself by affirming 24/7. You don't need to affirm 10,000 times. You don't need to do it. Just imagine the scene and enjoy it. Loop the scene, or imagine something different. If you are manifesting a relationship with a specific person, then you can imagine holding their hands and walking in the park. If you feel satisfied with it, you can imagine another scene of you kissing them. Next time, you can change the scene to hugging them. You can imagine sitting in a cafe in winter, sipping coffee, and having a conversation. You can imagine sleeping next to them. You can imagine anything, even if the 3D is showing the opposite. Just imagine and enjoy it, because in no time it will happen in your reality. Just whatever you do, do it from the perspective of having your desire, and not from the perspective of trying to get it. With this, I hope this video changed your perspective. Do share with me what you think about this. Subscribe for more such videos. I will meet you with another golden nugget. Happy manifesting.